And you know what? I am pro-choice. What's good? It's your boy Zachary Carroll, aka Pastor Z, and this is Christian Hood Talk, where we help you apply the Bible to all of life's craziness. Controversial topic alert! It's going down today. Woo! Justice Alito's majority opinion got leaked a couple days ago, and it stated in very fiery terms that Roe v. Wade was completely erroneous, was bad jurisprudence. It created rights that weren't in the Constitution. Not only should it be overturned, it must be. Today, I'm going to tackle a very controversial topic, and that is the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade was decided in 1973 because a Mississippi citizen was attempting to get an AB at 15 weeks, and the state of Mississippi did not want her to do that. That case went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and they basically said that because of a woman's right to privacy, the state does not have authority to interject and prevent her from getting a AB. The immediate effect of this court decision is that 50 years of jurisprudence will be overturned, counteracted, and it will basically remove federal protection of an individual's AB rights. A lot of states have what's called trigger laws, which as soon as Roe v. Wade is overturned, they will enact a law that will put heavy restrictions around a woman's right to get an AB. There's even a pending law in my home state, Louisiana, that states that as soon as fertilization happens, the child has rights. This will change the trajectory of America undoubtedly. And what should we as Christ followers, what should you as attempting to walk the path of Christ think about this? Some people think it's a tragedy. Some people think it's a triumph. Where do you stand? Let me know down in the comments. Listen, this topic will forever be an issue in our country, but I think it's important to talk about it, and I think it is important for us to think about it from a biblical, intellectual perspective. And that's why I decided to record this video. White evangelicals normally vote on this single issue, and this is why they have been aligned with the Republican Party for half of a century. Before I start diving into some of the nitty-gritty with this, I want to start with some AB facts. I will cite all of my sources in the description so that you can take a look later. ABs are usually done by 20 to 24-year-olds that haven't been married within 8 weeks of finding out that they were pregnant. ABs have decreased a bit since 2015. And I found a 2005 study that talks about the reasons why people get ABs. The reasons most frequently cited were that having a child would interfere with a woman's education, work, or ability to care for dependents. That was 74% of the time. 73% of the time she could not afford a baby. 48% was that she did not want to be a single mother or was having relationship problems. Fewer than 1% said their parents or partners' desire for them to have an AB was the most important reason. The two races that are most frequently getting ABs are black folk and white folk. These states with the highest number of ABs are New York, Florida, Texas, Illinois, Georgia, Pennsylvania. Not too long ago, I was pro-choice. The way I thought was that, yeah, the government shouldn't demand what a woman should do with her body. I was. And one day I was fasting. Just to kind of recalibrate my life and this and that, which is a great video coming soon about the beauty of fasting. And the Lord spoke to me through Proverbs 6:16 through 19. And I wasn't even talking about ABs. I don't even know where it came from, but I read that scripture and it said all the things that the Lord hates. The Lord hates 6 things. In fact, 7 are detestable to him: arrogant eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that plots wicked schemes, feet eager to run to evil, a lying witness who gives false testimony, and one who stirs up trouble among brothers. So I wasn't even thinking about ABs. I don't even know where it came from, but for some reason I honed in on hands that shed innocent blood. And I asked myself, who is really innocent? Who is truly innocent in our world? Who else but an unborn child? And if I stand with God, I need to stand against what he hates. If God hates something, then I need to stand with him and not with man. And I know that really kind of put me at odds with a lot of my friends. I mean, all my friends are good people, so we can disagree amicably for the most part. But it's something that, you just have to choose God over man. It makes you unpopular. It makes you seem like the bad guy. It makes you seem like you hate women, or you're a chauvinist that is trying to exert your will upon them. But really, it's just that simple. I don't have any other scriptures to talk about why I'm pro-life. That's it. God hates the shedding of innocent blood. So from listening to friends and listening to podcasts and the Breakfast Club and liberal media, conservative media, the basic fundamental issue with ABs is this: does the fetus count as a life? Is the fetus a life? Are we talking about one person's rights, which is the woman that is pregnant, or are we talking about two, the woman and the child? This is basically the fundamental issue. I really do find it to be very peculiar as to how someone could define a fetus as not a human life when, but for the AB, the fetus would become a baby. In a matter of weeks, it will be a baby. Another thing, if a pregnant woman, no matter how early in her gestation she is murdered, is the perpetrator charged with a single or a double homicide? Another thing I'm always hearing is that women choose not to have the child because the child will be raised in a very tough circumstance. Either a broken home, the woman doesn't know who the father is, the woman knows who the father is and just does not want to have a baby with that person. I want you to go to everybody subtly, everybody you know that was raised in a broken household, either no man in the house, poor, whatever. Ask them, would you have rather never been born? Just ask them that question and see, take a poll, ask 10 people that question, and see what they say. When a woman is forced upon and impregnated, that is a tragedy. What is the natural and appropriate response to those tragic circumstances? It's justice. Okay, so the question is killing the baby justice for the mother having gone through that circumstance? Whether you kill the child or not, the mother is going to be traumatized. She's going to be traumatized. If you talk to any victim of sexual crimes, no matter what happens to the perpetrator, they are going to be traumatized for the rest of their life. They're going to have to go through therapy. They're going to have to go through prayers. They're going to have a lot of things they're going to have to get over after having gone through that. There's nothing that will correct and make right that circumstance. Most certainly not killing the baby. Justice Alito, in his draft opinion in a footnote, states that AB had eugenics and racist undertones. Margaret Sanger, I looked her up, like she gave presentations to the Ku Klux Klan talking about how we can control the African American population, and AB's was the solution. Yeah, look it up. Look up Margaret Sanger. I'll put a picture and her name on the screen. Look her up. Do some research on her. She was one of the first advocates of AB rights for women. And she was as racist as they can be. Still not convinced? Well, I did some research and found that people say that AB clinics are majority in African American communities or minority communities, black and brown communities. And I live in Tampa, Florida, and I didn't want to believe it. And then I actually looked up where all of the abortion clinics are in Tampa. And then I looked up where the black communities are in Tampa. Bro, I didn't make it up. Jeremiah 1:5. I chose you before I formed you in the womb. I set you apart before you were born. I appointed you a prophet to the nations. So this is God coming to the prophet Jeremiah saying that he had a plan for him before he went into the womb. And obviously I want to point out that God said it before I formed you in the womb. I can't help but think that God didn't just only form Jeremiah in the womb, that he forms each and every one of us in the womb. Just like a mother takes care of her child in her belly, so too does God take care of us. God knows us in the womb. He cares for us in the womb. So how can we say that there's not life that's given by God in the womb? And you know what? I am pro-choice. I am pro the choice of a woman not to have sex. I am pro the choice of a woman not to have unprotected sex. I am pro the choice of a woman to select their baby father carefully. I am pro the choice of a woman to withhold herself until she gets married. That blows my mind how people can be so pro-choice and just kind of skirt over those choices. You made a choice to have sex. You made a choice to have sex with that individual. You made a choice to have sex unprotected. You no longer have a choice once your choices manifest into a human being. That's all I got for you. My name is Zachary Carroll, aka Pastor Z. This is Christian Hood Talk. Y'all be cool. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Bro, sis, go and hit that subscribe button down below. Go and hit that bell as well so you never miss a video.